Not asking yourself the real question that America needs to decide once and for all. And that question is, how old is 15 really?
Hi everyone, it's Blue. Make sure you like and subscribe and go follow me on Patreon. It's only $5 a month and you get an extra video every week.
Alright, scumbag, we got you. Hiya! Good thing you guys came. This little boy was trying to have his way with me. Nice try, buddy.
Today I'm going to be reacting to Dave Chappelle, How Old is 15?
And the only reason I can talk about Mike is because he's a freak. He is a freak. That's why people let you talk about it, because if I brought up Catholic priest kids, it'd get quiet as shit. But when Michael Jackson does it, it's okay because he's a freak. His face is all cut up. But just remember, when you look at that thing that he calls his face, that he did that for you somehow. Somehow he thought maybe it'll help. Maybe people will like me more if I turn myself into a white, ghoulish-like creature. I don't know what the fuck it is, but he did it for you. And I appreciate the gesture, Michael Jackson. If you're watching this, I appreciate that gesture. And I want you to know, everybody, Dave Chappelle understands. Because you want to know something? I'm getting some work done. Surprise, yes. Nothing major. You would never know if I didn't tell you, but it's some shit I'm insecure about that I want to work on. If you must know, I'm getting Botox done on my balls to get these wrinkles out. Finally, I have these shit smooth as eggs.
So weird.
No, I can't wait. I cannot wait. And I'm not stopping there. That's just phase one, baby. I'll be like Bob Vila. These old balls, I'm fixing them up. I'm plucking all the hair out. I gotta make room. I know this. I gotta make room. I'm gonna tattoo a gangster ass face on mean expressions like this. And then I'll grow the hair back on the bottom so they got beards like me. And then I'm hitting that beach and looking for suckers. I'm gonna wear some high shorts just like this. And walk up to women with a confidence I've never had before. Pardon me, miss. I don't mean to be rude. But do you suck balls? Excuse me? Miss, relax. You didn't even let me finish. Do you suck these balls? Oh my God, those are as smooth as eggs. Yes, I'll suck them. I've played this scenario out in my mind a million times, lady. That's how it always ends. Yes, I'll suck those balls. All our stars, man. R. Kelly pissed on his victim. I know, it was rough. But I mean, again, I can't even judge R. Kelly. First of all, we don't know if these allegations are true, and not even if they are true. If you want to know how I feel about it honestly, if a man cannot pee on his fans, I don't want to be in show business anymore because, well, that's why I got in the game, baby. I got dreams too.
Okay, what a great way to just make something like that funny. I also have no idea how long ago this was, but it's clearly old. I mean, he looks so much younger. This is probably at least 10 years old. And he's talking about R. Kelly, and I feel like that was actually something recently that I heard about only a few years ago. So it's kind of crazy that that's something that's still being talked about, and or like it's pretty relevant still because this gets kind of old.
You guys are confusing the issue. While you guys are busy worrying about if R. Kelly even peed on this girl or not, you're not asking yourself the real question that America needs to decide once and for all. And that question is, how old is 15 really? Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. I'm not saying that a person is as smart as they're going to be at 15. That's not what I'm saying, man. But I am saying 15 to me is old enough to decide whether or not you want to be pissed on. I mean, that's me. If you can't make a decision like that by the time you're 15, then just give up, motherfucker, because life is way harder than that. I make tougher decisions all the time. If you don't want to get pissed on, just get the out of the way. It's not even a decision. If I start peeing on the front row, they're not going to have to calculate and think, oh, how do I feel about this? Am I okay with it? They just move.
Oh my God.
You can do that at 15. I could have. I've been 15. When I was 15, I was doing stand-up in nightclubs. I smoked reefer from time to
Oh
time.
my
Friends were
goodness.
selling crack. I was trying to think people. I knew what was happening around me to some degree.
Some degree.
Getting pissed on was the least of my worries at 15. Trust me. But it keeps coming up. There's a lot of confusion around that age. Anytime 15 comes up, people freak out. Like when that girl, Elizabeth Smart, got kidnapped. Right? Remember in Utah last year, 15-year-old girl Elizabeth Smart was kidnapped, and then they finally found her and the whole country was relieved. And I was the only one saying, damn, she wasn't that smart after all. Now, because she got kidnapped, that could happen to anybody. I'm not knocking her for that. I'm just saying, if you kidnapped me when I was 15, you gotta take me further than 8 miles away from my house, man. God damn.
Really?
You can't hold me prisoner around I recognize. I'll break away. I'll break away. Off me, nigga. That's my bus stop. I know where I'm at. I'm going home.
No! It's my bus stop.
She was missing for 6 months, 8 miles away from my house. That's 2 exits, man. That's nothing. And while she was missing, during this half a year that this girl is missing, there's a 7-year-old black girl gets kidnapped in Philadelphia. Nobody knows her name. They might have talked about her 2 or 3 times on the news, but she should have been the top story because she chewed through the ropes and had both of these motherfuckers in jail in 45 minutes flat. 7 years old.
Is that...
I'm not making this up.
What?
These 2 crackheads kidnapped her and took her back to the crack house and tied her up. And then they left her. They're crackheads. They gotta make moves. Crack to smoke, chocolate to eat. These motherfuckers made moves. It was out. But as soon as they left, this little girl got the nib on. She was kidnapped at 4 o'clock and at home watching herself on the news at 5:30. That is crazy. That's a news story.
Oh my God.
That is a news story.
Oh my gosh. I almost even feel ashamed. Like, I can't open up Tupperware sometimes. And the 7-year-old girl escaped rope from 2, like, I'm assuming adult men. I don't know. He keeps saying crackheads. Usually I do have to question, okay, how much of what he's saying is real? But he did say he's not making this up, and he is basing his joke off of, you know, like, how funny is this because this is real and this happened, and it kind of happened around the same time. So this one is easier to believe because, you know, it's not like a baby on the corner selling drugs like in one of his other skits. It's something a little bit more based off of the news, and that's incredible. One, I know that this is pretty old, so I didn't hear about either of these stories. I don't know what he's talking about, but if I'm just hearing them right here and now, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Why was this girl not even on the news or that relevant? Sure, she made it home in the same day, so maybe that's why, but that's a pretty incredible story.
Now, meanwhile, in Utah, 15-year-old Elizabeth Smart's captors left her alone too, and they didn't even tie her up because they're hillbillies. They just bounced. Don't try to escape, bitch, or we'll kill you. Be right back. They leave. And she's 15, sitting in the house by herself. How am I gonna get out of this? Come on, Elizabeth, think. Think, Elizabeth, how am I gonna get out of here? Why don't you just open the door and go outside? Have you thought about that? Do you have a quarter? Do you know your phone number? You're 15, bitch, run! Stop thinking and stop making moves!
You have a quarter? Oh my gosh!
I know I sound mean, and I know what the people are thinking when I'm saying this. Dave, she is only 15. All right, but that's the discrepancy, because when you talk about a little girl like Elizabeth Smart, then the country feels like 15 is so young and so innocent. On the flip side, here comes 15 again. Now we're talking about a 15-year-old black kid in Florida. This black kid accidentally killed his neighbor when he's practicing wrestling moves that he saw on TV. Now, was he a kid? No. They gave him life. They always try our 15-year-olds as adults. So you know what he was doing? It's a goddamn pile driver. If this kid gets on the ropes, there's no stopping him. You'd have to send a rock to arrest him. And they gave a 15-year-old boy life in jail. If you think that it's okay to give him life in jail, then it should be legal to pee on him. That's all I'm saying. You got to make up your mind across the board how old 15 actually is. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody comes in here and puts a gun in my head and says, Chappelle, you got a choice to make. You're either going to jail for a month or we'll let you go, but you gotta let R. Kelly pee on you. I'm not hesitating. Bring in R. Kelly and tell him to stay away from my ass.
Oh.
I'd rather get pissed on the outside than the butt on the inside, so. I can't go to jail with some smooth Botox balls and think everything's gonna be all right. It's not that kind of place.
Oh my gosh!
Take my chance with that piss. Piss will wash off with a 10-minute shower, I'm certain of it. This piss coming right out. What can I do? They're gonna put me in jail.
I feel like I said, oh my gosh, almost too many times, but this is probably one of the more shocking clips that I've seen of Dave Chappelle, which is also kind of shocking to even admit because a lot of his stuff has shocked me. So it's a lot to take in, but I feel like his points and how he was making them while still remaining funny is just incredible. It never got too serious where you forgot you were just watching a comedy show and it was like, oh, cool, didn't know I was watching the news, okay. But then it also never was just too ridiculous and funny that he didn't also not bother sprinkling in very valid points that kind of make you, or someone like me who's very unaware to those things, very, very aware. I mean, he is literally teaching you and educating you and making very valid points while being funny. And that's just so talented. That's so talented, and it was so good. This one was really good. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any comments, make sure you leave them down below, like and subscribe, and go check out all my links. And I'll see you all next time.